Hey there, Skogie with MyCustomController. Today I wanted to talk to you about a common problem that we hear about a lot here in the shop. People asking why when I paint my controller does it cloud up or does it fog? So you could be putting a clear coat on and you'll get a haze over the top of it, or you could shoot a black color and well, this is actually not painted. This is a scuffed controller, but a lot of times it looks like this where the color should be black. We actually tried to make one here in the shop, but we have a bunch of equipment that prevents this problem from happening now. This is a lot more like it. This is actually a matte finish that we have, but this is a lot of times what a controller will look like, and there will actually be a milky color all throughout the paint. If you're having a milky problem, this is the best one we could do here. You can see some, hopefully you can tell that there's a little bit of a cloud in there. If it looks like there's a cloud in your paint, it's not your fault. It's the weather's fault. And so what you need to do is all the paint that is out there and readily available, including really expensive paint like we use here in the shop, has a threshold of humidity that it can be used in. Typically that's 60% humidity or less. So the result is if you shoot it when it's over 60% humidity, let's say for instance 100% humidity, if you're on the East Coast or something, or even here on the West Coast it does that a lot. If it's a really humid day and you shoot a clear coat and you set it out in the sun to dry, even if it's out in the sun, you think, oh, it's a beautiful day and everything, and all of a sudden you come back and there's cloudiness all over it. You're like, oh no, I've ruined my entire controller, I've painted this whole thing. Don't fret, not yet. You have a few days to fix this. What you want to do is you want to find the least humid time coming up in the next 36 hours. The sooner the better. What I would do is I would scuff it with some 600 grit sandpaper, and then you want to make sure you get on weather.com or another weather site that will tell you the humidity. Now on weather.com, I like that site because you can go on there and you can click on hour by hour, and it gives you details with hourly information on what the humidity is supposed to be. As soon as the humidity, preferably in the first 36 hours, I have to be honest, I've never done it past that, but before the paint has really settled, you don't want to put your paint job out in the sun if it's cloudy. You want to keep that paint as raw as possible. You don't want the chemicals to cure. So you want to scuff it up. You want to hope that pretty soon it's going to be below 50%. I like our threshold here is 50%. We actually have a machine that dehumidifies everything, so we never have this problem anymore. But you wait till there's a 50% humidity, and the drier the better, and then you're going to just quickly, with that scuffed coat, just do a light spray of clear on top. What that does, it reactivates all the chemicals in the paint, and it will draw the moisture out of the paint, and it will actually evaporate, and then you should have a perfectly clear job. But if you are getting cloudy paint jobs, it's all about what time you're spraying it and what the weather's like. So my best advice to you would be to make sure before you spray clear seems to be the thing that has the worst problem with this. So before you spray a clear coat, make sure you look at the humidity, and I would do that with all of your coats. Make sure that when you're spraying paint that the humidity is below 60 definitely, but 50 is optimum. All right? And hopefully that answers a lot of questions there. I know that I hear that question quite often, and I hope that your controller's coming out pretty good. Skogie out.